Perfect. Nailed it. It's exactly what I
Felt
needed.
good. Felt good.
What was Leo like as a child?
Perfect.
Yeah.
He really was. I know everyone says that their kid is, but he was so happy. He was just so full of life. He never knew any fear.
Hi, Leo. You're so cute. You're so cute. You're the cutest little boy ever.
He never walked, he ran
He was
everywhere.
always touching his hands. He said all of his emotions were through his hands. You know,
Yeah,
anytime
when
he
he
was nervous or he just didn't feel right, always touching his hands. I mean, he was just such a precious boy. For a boy who, was not really verbal, he just got so much praise and, just compliments about how special he was and all. And I just think that's incredible.
And just because he couldn't talk, that didn't limit him from actually telling us what he wanted.
Oh, no.
Like, if he wanted something, you would go get it and bring it to us.
Or he'll grab you and take you to wherever he wanted to go.
He
Like,
knew what he wanted.
Yes.
And he was not going to take no for an answer.
I think it was honestly like 7 o'clock in the morning. No caffeine yet. Like, I'm still waking up. And I remember before he got up, I went out to the car to get a charger or something. And, for whatever reason, the garage door was left open. And then the house door to the garage was left unlocked. To this day, I don't know why. It was just, maybe I just wasn't woken up enough, but that still stays with me. I was working from home that morning. So I'm sitting here, literally right here. And then he comes in here, messes around with me. And then he goes to the hallway where the door is, and I'm typing in the middle of the emails, and I knew he was over there, and I start hearing him play with the little doggy door, but we'd keep it locked because he knew how to open doors, no problem. In my head, I'm saying I'm gonna go over there eventually, or I'm gonna hear him open the door. That's like the noisiest door. 10, 15 minutes or whatever it was go by. I decide, let me go check on him and just get him over here. And I turn the corner and the door's wide open. And so instantly I'm like, oh no. She's looking, I'm looking, the other baby's still sleeping. Remember, I full on sprinted down the sidewalk, thinking that he went down to the cove corner area of the pond lake. I didn't really see anything there, so I call 911 and tell him what's going on. We get back, and then that's when the lady that lives 2 houses down, she says, we thought we saw something in the water. We didn't know if it was a dog or something.
Second, she said that he took off running and I ran right after him. And
he's there, and I run in, jump and get him. And I remember jumping in, it had to be at least 6 feet deep. And so I'm like, on adrenaline, I've got him above my head somehow while I can't touch, thinking it's gonna help. The fire department got there really quick. So they're literally performing CPR on him in this person's yard that's 2 houses down for 45 minutes. And they were working on him for another hour at least in the hospital. We're waiting to find out, what's going on? Is he gonna be okay? And so then, finally she pulls us aside and, you obviously already know once she tells you, and then, that's really how it went. So with Leo's library, we want people to learn and to know all the severe red flags that come with autism. For example, water infatuation was Leo's number one thing, I would say. And then, getting in the bathtub with his clothes on. We just thought, oh, he's silly. Escapism. If he was constantly escaping out of the house, those were huge red flags that we just weren't aware of. And had we known, okay, this is serious, I believe that we would have probably took more steps into trying to prevent escaping and getting in the water without us knowing.
obtaining the diagnosis was very frustrating, disheartening.
Stressful, prolonged. It didn't feel professional.
We just felt like we didn't know what we were doing.
When we weren't on waiting lists, there was just a lot of delays and just lack of communication.
And then we got a diagnosis, which was weird because we got it over a Zoom call. They said that he had autism, and then that was it. We didn't get where he was on the spectrum, like they just kept pushing us aside, and they're like, oh, waiting list, waiting list, waiting list, waiting list. I just felt like we weren't getting anywhere.
So what needs change in the system, honestly, in my opinion, is more workers, more help, and I would say just less waiting lists. But in order to get that, you need more workers.
I just want the knowledge to be spread to everyone, and that's why we're working with Lifelong Access to help all these families who are struggling like we were. We want Leo's library to grow as well as Lifelong Access.
We believe in them and their message.
I hope this message comes across, and it really helps other parents, because this shouldn't have happened, and I don't want it to happen to anyone else. And yeah, just want to thank Lifelong for helping us, because I know we couldn't have done this on our own. No way.